Bobby Kerr, you chaired the Ability to Access event for Bluebird Care here in Ennis this evening. What a remarkable turnout and some remarkable contributions from both the panellists and the audience.
I'm blown away by what I heard here tonight, and I feel somewhat inadequate because I just know now myself how little I actually understood of the world that a lot of our contributors actually live in. A real world, a world that has a challenge every day, and we absolutely forget how difficult it is for people, but people that they just take these challenges in their stride. And not only do some of them have the difficulty of the disability, but then the difficulty in accessing service and getting funding, just a lot of challenges. But people who are so positive, people who are upbeat, can-do people. And I have to say, they taught me a lot here this evening.
And despite their challenges, they are hugely positive. And one of the main points from this evening was that sometimes they have to fit into the system because the system doesn't fit their children or it doesn't fit the adults with disabilities.
Well, we heard a couple of the contributors saying, the money needs to follow the patient. And I've heard that term before, but I never quite got what it actually meant. In other words, that people can actually have some choice around how they use the services, because it seems that the services seem to have been developed almost as a disconnect to what the needs are, and there's a big gap there with what's available, which is costing a lot of money, and how it's actually used, and that came across loud and clear tonight.
And Bobby, you host a business show on Newstalk. Certainly there's something to be learned about the business of funding disability. You can do it and save money, just like the case in Bluebird Care in Meath.
Yeah, and again, the charitable status of a lot of the people here who are so well-intentioned and so driven, but that almost causes a problem. That was the other sort of learning for me, that because we're so good around charity, because so many of these wonderful individuals have set up trusts and campaign organisations, that they then end up providing the service and the money then gets spent somewhere else. It seems to be crazy. It seems to be totally dysfunctional in terms of the needs and the wants versus what's on offer.
Bobby Kerr, thank you so much for coming this evening, and I'm sure as a media personality and as a host of one of the biggest shows on Newstalk that you will continue to share the messages from this evening.
Absolutely I will, and thank you for having me here. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thank you.